hosting my very first workshop tomorrow where we are going to be making croissant accessories. This is a magnet which can be turned into a keychain, and then this is a little Jellycat inspired Polaroid holder. So I'm really excited and want to show you what I have prepared for the workshop because I put a lot of love into it. This space that I'm renting, it's just plain wood tables. Instead of getting tablecloth, I decided to get these pink mats. I don't know if I love the flowers available on it, but it was the only pink thing that they had, so this will have to do. And then I got these little craft boards for people to work on. But I just feel like they're a little bit cheap. Some of the print is smudging off already, so I don't know if I'm going to be using these for long term, but again, the workshop is tomorrow, so these will have to do and they'll work just fine. Another item that I got is these pink aprons because I feel like they'll make for a really cute photo moment, and I also wanted it to play into the theme of being a little pastry chef. I ordered 4 of them, which came today, and then 8 of them are supposed to come tomorrow, but I don't know if they're going to make it here on time, but hopefully they do. Next is that every person has these individual kits, and I'll walk you through what I have inside of them. So every item has a picture first. These are reference photos of the croissants, which I thought would be helpful for when it's time to start painting. You can have sort of an idea of what your end goal is. I know you can have it on your phone, but I just thought that it would be handy to have it right in front of you. The next few items that I have is a tin can with a paper towel and makeup sponges. And these are going to be used to paint the croissants. We're going to be using a dry brush technique. And these tin cans are actually going to be used as stay wet palettes. So it looks like this. So it's just a layer of wet paper towel, then parchment paper, and then the pre-mixed colors that I have here. These are custom colors. It's not straight out of the tube, so that's why I wanted to pre-prepare them for each person beforehand and make sure that they don't dry out because it is acrylic paint. It's going to be great because it dries out really quickly when we're in the class, so we can varnish them the same day, but I needed to keep them wet so that they don't dry out before they get to the students. So stay wet palettes. Next is of course the tools. I have these pink silicone tips with dotting tools, X-Acto knife, and a needling tool and a rake tool. That's going to be really helpful for when it comes to texturing the croissants and creating all those crispy layers that you want. A rake tool and then the needle tool. This next bit is a little bit extra. I could have just chucked them in the bin, but I don't know. I thought it was kind of cute. I got these little test tubes which have Q-tips in them. There are some people that I wasn't able to get needle tools for, so they're going to be using toothpicks for tomorrow, and I just put those in there as well. And these are to clean the clay of any dust and debris, and I'll have little jars, communal jars of alcohol, so that people can use them and share them. And then every single kit also comes with these acrylic rollers, which come with these little stoppers here. I made sure that these were the right width for the clay that we're going to need to work with to create the layers for every croissant. So you just roll them on, and then when you roll them on the surface, your clay will come out the perfect width that you need. And so everybody gets one of those with 2 of those stoppers. And then the very last item on the list is the acrylic stamp blocks. There are some people that are doing the Jellycat photo holders, these ones, and they have these very fine little smile lines, and sometimes doing straight lines like this can be very delicate and very difficult to get an even line weight. So my personal hack that I use for myself is I use these acrylic stamp blocks on my work surface, and I just roll out my snake like this, and so that'll give you a nice thin uniform line, and it'll make it much easier to get that cute little smile. And also I wanted to get these acrylic stamp blocks so that people can use them while they're working, so you can sort of sit your raw clay on here instead of holding it in your fingers, and you can texture it and you can paint it and hold it up to your face and maneuver it. I did a test run with my husband earlier to make sure that I knew how I was going to teach everybody, and his hands run really warm, and he was almost melting the clay when he was holding onto it. So these acrylic stamp blocks are going to come in super handy for that. Like I said, I did a little test run with my husband so that we can get a gauge for time. Again, this is the reference, and this was his croissant. It's a little chunky and some of the texture is a little bit imperfect. It's still cute. Every croissant is unique in its own special way, but I also do think that there was an opportunity there for me to bridge the gap on how I communicate and how I give directions. I also forgot to mention that I'm giving everybody the option to pick from one of 3 items. You can make a magnet, a keychain, or the Jellycat photo holder. So the Jellycat photo holder doesn't have any hardware, but for people that are making keychains and magnets, I have them in their kit. So this is a magnet. I wrapped it in paper because this magnet is really strong. This is an N52 neodymium, I don't know, magnet. So I wrapped it in paper so that it's not clinging to all of your clay tools or the tin cans, because again, this is really strong. And for the people that have keychains, I have everything in a little bag here. You have an eye pin, your split ring, and then your keychain clasp. And I'll walk around and help people insert the eye pin. I decided to use a screw eye pin instead of the regular eye pins because I think it's a little bit more beginner friendly and also a really reliable option, honestly. I was really worried that I was gonna run short on time. I'm renting the space for 3 hours and I was scared that we were gonna use all of that up. But when I did the test run with my husband, it actually only took us 80 minutes, including the baking time. So I have a little bit of time to slow down and to explain, over-explain all the steps, why I do certain things, my techniques, my tips and tricks. Basically give the clearest direction that I possibly can so that people can walk away feeling confident about the piece that they make and hopefully learn something new that they can take home and try on their own time if they want to get into polymer clay. So yeah, it's tomorrow. I'm really excited. I wanted to make little certificates that say like certified pastry chef, but I don't think I'm gonna have enough time. I have a lot of things to pack up tomorrow, but yeah, so stay tuned for that. I'm gonna film everything. We're gonna take lots of pictures, so I can't wait.